Devices 2. This is Professor Late. Today we are going over Lab 6, the Schmidt trigger. We will start by building the circuit in figure 40-6, and then we will fill out table 1 based off of our results. As you can see, I've already built figure 40-6 with one little adjustment. I'm running my sine wave through a potentiometer. That way I can easily adjust the voltage input into the Schmidt trigger. Starting with our 10K ohm resistor, I'm going to adjust the potentiometer until the square wave disappears. So I've pulled up the oscope on this, and we can see that our input, our volts in, is this nice sine wave in red. Our output is a square wave. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase the resistance on the potentiometer until we find the point in which the square wave goes away. So you can see as I'm increasing the potentiometer, our sine wave was getting smaller, and then suddenly our square wave went away. So we need to find out what the volts in is at the point that this square wave went away. So we got to pause it. We take our flags at our lowest point and at our highest point. Or we could do it this way. This will give us a positive result instead of a negative. So you see on our channel A, the difference between the high point and the low point is 2.549 volts. So that's what you're going to put into table 1 for 10K ohms, is 2.549 volts. Okay, so now we're going to do the same experiment, except this time our resistor is going to be at 1K ohm. So again, we're going to increase our potentiometer. So that's going to increase the resistance, so it will lower the voltage going in to our Schmidt trigger. So as I increase the potentiometer, you can see our sine wave decreasing in size. We're going to keep going up until our square wave goes away. And right there, it went away. So we'll pause it, back this up just a little, and see what our voltage reading is. So it looks like we have a volts in of 278 millivolts. So you're going to put that into the V in of the 1K ohm in table 1. So next we're going to build the circuit in figure 40-5 and use the readings from that to fill out table 2. So here's the figure 40-5 circuit already built. With our resistor value at 10K ohms, we're going to adjust our input voltage until the output voltage goes positive. So you can see here in red, this is our input voltage. And right now it's at 0. And here's our output voltage. And you can see that it's negative. So we need to adjust the potentiometer until the output goes positive. And there it is. We have a positive output voltage. So that was step 2. Step 3, we're going to slowly adjust the input voltage until the output goes negative. So we're going to lower our input voltage until our output goes negative. So we're lowering our input voltage. You saw right there that our output voltage suddenly jumped to negative. Okay, so at this time we're going to take a measurement of our input voltage and we'll fill that into the UTP of the 10K ohm row. So you can see that our input voltage has a reading of negative 1.287 volts. Next, we're going to slowly adjust the input voltage until the output goes positive. So we're going to find out when this jumps back to positive. So we're going to slowly increase our input voltage until our output jumps to positive. So we're waiting for that jump. And you see right there, our output voltage jumped to positive. So we're going to take a measurement of what our volts in is, which is 1.287 volts. So that's going to go into the LTP of the 10K ohm row. Next, we're going to change our R to 1K ohms. Step 4 says we're going to slowly adjust the input voltage to switch the output to positive. So we're looking for the jump of having our output go to positive. So I'm adjusting the potentiometer. We're waiting to see that output jump to positive. And right there it jumps to positive. So we're going to pause this. We'll get a measurement on what our volts in is. So our volts in, which is that red line, is at 141 millivolts. And that will go into the LTP of the 1K ohm row. So that concludes Lab 6. Make sure you fill out your conclusion at the end of the lab and add this into your lab portfolio. This has been Professor Late. Hope you have a wonderful day.